a recent podcast just dropped yesterday, and it covered a bunch of different stuff. And it was the time to explain, but it was 2 hours and 25 minutes. So I'm going to be going over basically what they went over in the update. So first we have the hypercharges. We currently have 6 hypercharges. They were debating if it's good or not, but they can't really tell because there's only 6 and they can't really tell how much progress it's made, but they're satisfactory with the way it makes the end or middle part of the game more fun, and it's like a better brawler and something to pay attention to. But once they add all of the hypercharges, it will be a lot more balanced, because currently we only have 6, but we will be getting more in the near future. So they're also planning to make hypercharges more complex, because instead of just like Shellys and Colts, all they do is they're just bigger. They're planning on making the super a bit more complex. For example, we were dropped a sneak peek on Rosa's hypercharge, which is when she uses her bubble, like her shield bubble, she will also have like a ring around her, which like slows or maybe like roots that stop them in place, and it's more like a 1v1, and it like kind of a battle between them, and it helps Rosa catch up to them very fast. And she basically has a boost movement speed, or she's just like locking the other person in place. That's pretty much what Rosa's hypercharge might be. But it's more complex, you see. It's not just like, oh wow, it's a bigger bubble and it has more health or something like that. Also, so that's basically what they're doing for hypercharge. They're trying to make it better and more like not necessarily game changing, and not make you better than like pro players without their hypercharge. So it's not super big mode, like you can't just spam it, but you have to use it strategically, and you only get it like once or twice a game, maybe even none, so like you have to use it wisely. So that's like hypercharge. Now for exclusive skins, they said they dropped like a vote, and most people chose to bring back exclusive skins, but they were worried about this because then the people who own the exclusive skins, it's not so exclusive anymore. So instead of releasing those skins, what they're going to do is that they're going to make different variants of it, like color changing or just revamping it. So it might be better, but the OGs who have the skin will still be OGs, and it will be even more bigger flex. But it's very close to the before skin. Now for game modes, remember they took out 2 slots? Well, they're adding those back in. So we will have Showdown as always, a permanent game mode, Knockout, another permanent game mode, and Gem Grab, another permanent game mode that takes up 3 of the slots. Heist and Hot Zone will be like rotated every single day, staying the same, and that's basically how the game modes will be. And then we have all the other game modes too, obviously. And then another thing is Power League. They are changing Power League slightly, so it's going to be kind of the same but slightly different, because Power League is kind of the opposite of a regular, like what Brawl Stars is built around, like short games, easy to maneuver, and like fun. But Power League is kind of like the opposite. It takes forever to draft. Each game is like 10 to 15 minutes. It takes a long time, and there's no point except small flexes. and bling. So what they're changing is they're gonna make it maybe like shorter draft theme, like, and maybe changing it so that people can't grief by like picking power 1 brawlers and doing like absolutely nothing, and then you have to wait a long time just to get the match over because they just take forever and they're just being annoying. So maybe they can do like shorter drafting or like make the game quicker, something like that. And they also might bring progression into it, and they will make bigger flexes for the people who have already maxed out their accounts, because flexing big is mainly what they do. So like you can like flex that, oh, I'm like masters in Power League, instead of just having bling. So now for star drops, last but not least, star drops. So what they're planning on doing is making this like Omega star drop, but it's not going to be like one of your daily ones. It's going to be more like, you know how Club Shop is getting removed? They might change the activity, make it so that you all collectively work together towards this star drop, Omega star drop, that you fill a bar towards to get this like giant reward, and instead of just like a regular one. And there's also a like system where if you don't get like, if you have really bad luck, you are guaranteed a legendary. So that's kind of like it just helps people who have really bad luck. Anyways, so it's gonna be kind of like it's like you actually fun for club games instead of like so demanding. And if you like lose all your games in club league, like you're not like letting down your team, or if you like can't play, you're not letting down the entire like club. So it's gonna overall be more fun, more like easy and helpful, and more social, so that you can like actually cooperate with other people to work towards this collective goal. So, and it's gonna be less repetitive because all the quests are pretty similar, and like games, you do the same thing pretty much. Play Power League, get it over with, and then you're basically done, and it's very boring. So they're making it better. Also, more star drops. They might, this is not very likely, but maybe in the future, maybe like 1 to 2 years, you see this like reference to Clash Royale here, the lightning chest. They might make something like this, or they will have something like the King's chest, where you can choose either or option for like coins or power points. So like something like that, maybe like for the star drops. And they might make it so that there's multiple rewards in one star drop. So like if you get a legendary, like you might be getting some coins here, and maybe a skin here, and maybe like a rare brawler, even maybe some like pins or power points or bling to be added into like one legendary star drop, so that you're not like just getting a pin from an entire legendary star drop, which takes forever to get. Also, they are not planning on having star drops stack. So like it's very hard to record that, but like they're not gonna have like where you can keep it like the Brawl pass and just keep them there and open them all at once. They're just gonna make it so that you have to open them after the games you complete. Another thing is that they might add some more PvE, but they don't really want to make the PvP game less exciting, because that's basically what it's centered around. So they're debating if they should add it or if they should not, because it might take away from the PvP part of Brawl Stars. But PvE is kind of stuff like boss fight, which people were so excited to play at the end of each weekend and for those extra quests. But now it's like okay because there's not much boss fight anymore. So they're planning, maybe they should add that, maybe they should not. But it's good to know that they have other things set for the future. So thank you for watching. This is all the podcast stuff. Make sure to have fun. See you in the next one.